So the knife community. Well, if you are into collecting knives and going on forums, watching YouTube videos, and you might be in the knife community here, or even on Instagram. We have those hashtags, knife community, knives of Instagram, all those different things. If you're in the knife community, you realize it is a nice community for the most part. Now, like anything, you realize that there are people out there trying to scam people, trying to make a quick buck. There are people who aren't honest, but that's everywhere. And where there's money, where there's people that you can take advantage of, there will be people who are taking advantage of people. But I think that, of all the years I've been collecting knives, for about, 4 or 5, maybe over 5 years now. And I've learned that there's a nice community out there online of collectors as well. And where I live, it's not as knife friendly. I mean, they sell a lot of knives. The knife laws are decent and whatnot, but the community of knife collectors around here, at least, isn't as high in some areas. And so it's nice that there's an online community. And of course, this all here on the table is part of a story I'm going to tell. But before I get to that story, for the most part, you just have very honest people in the knife community, and especially with blade forms. There's sometimes arguments over things on blade forms, but I think for the most part, the people in the knife community are honest people, and with especially selling pre-owned knives, they're very honest about any kind of defects or flaws in the knife and reasons they're selling the knife. And I haven't had one where I bought something off of a user and there's been a problem, or if the problem was there, I already knew about it. But for the most part, the prices were where they should be, and they're very good about giving you information about when they're going to go ship the knives to you, and getting you tracking numbers and whatnot. And of course, going into that is sometimes a little bit nerve-wracking because you are sending PayPal money to people, and it's not a business. And so it definitely is hard sometimes. You don't know these people, and you can base it off of their reviews and the amount of percentage of their positive feedback on blade forms. But for the most part, you are dealing with people that you don't really know, and I think that it does speak volumes in the knife community that for the majority of the people in the community, you get honest transactions, and just a lot of great things. You hear a lot of great stories too when certain people in the community are having financial issues or medical issues, that people in the community will even sell off some of their own collection to help fund their friends in the community. So it's a great thing. And of course, with a lot of big YouTube channels and stuff, there's a lot of great giveaways too. Not that that's free stuff is everything, but it's nice that you see a lot of the people in the community giving back. And I think that you hear a lot of stories about people in the community also giving knives to friends or family that are not into knives, but it's nice that they love gifting stuff like that. And I've done that with a few friends, is not give them extremely expensive knives or anything, but they really enjoy those kind of gifts where it's just a really cool thing for them. It's just a great thing. And with all the different YouTube channels out there trying to help out people learn more about knives so they can have more informed decisions in purchasing knives. It's just a great hobby. It's it's easy to collect things, and knives are just a really fun thing to collect. So why do I have this all on the table? Well, recently I purchased a knife through Blade Forms, and the way this happened was I put a ad or posting in the want to buy section of Blade Forums. I was looking for a Northwoods, I think it was like Fremont Jack, which this is. I think I put a few other models, but I was looking for something in blue camel bone. And the want to buy part of the forums is really nice because you can put stuff that you're trying to look, and people before they go into the selling portion of Blade Forums can look there to see if anyone actually wants to buy anything, and save them time from having to post and deal with people trying to buy knives over there. And so I hadn't heard anything a while from the posting, and then I got a email or message there from a user saying that they had a blue camel bone Fremont Jack, which is this one here. And we talked over text message. He sent me some pictures. This was used slightly. Oops. Okay. Pretty good condition. A little bit of wear, but overall was in a pretty good condition. And he sent pictures. He was honest about where the scratches were on the blade and everything. And I asked him how much, and he gave me a quote, which was, I think, pretty decent for the fact that it's hard to find Fremont Jacks and they don't go up on the secondary market that often. So we talked, and I sent funds over PayPal, and he sent me a tracking number and everything. And I waited and waited and waited. And not waited and waited and waited, but I waited for it to arrive. So I got really excited because I really like camel bone handle or camel bone covers on knives, and I really like these blue camel bone. And so I waited and picked up the package. So I open up the package, and this is really where the story here is. So what I'm expecting to see, of course, is, because it's a Northwoods, and he said that it still has the pocket slip, I was expecting to see the pocket slip. So I can see it kind of in the corner of the USPS box, but I also see this, a Great Eastern Cutlery tube. And I say, wait a second, I ordered a Northwoods Fremont Jack from this guy. Why is there a GEC tube in there? So the first thing I thought was, okay, maybe he put the pocket slip in the box, but he put the Fremont Jack in one of his Great Eastern Cutlery tubes, so it was safer in shipping. I was like, that's kind of smart. So I pull out the pocket slip and I realize, wait, there's something in here. It's a Fremont Jack, and I go, okay. This is what I was expecting. This is good. I was like, what is this GEC tube here? Did he make a mistake or something? So I pulled the GEC tube, and there's a note, little post-it note, rubber banded to the tube, and it says, thanks, and it says, this is an extra throw-in. I have too many knives. And so what is this? Well, this is a 38 brown camel bone knife ship free exclusive, and this is the like Chapman budding and fruiting knife, the 38 frame, the Johnny Appleseed knife, as they say. And this was in there with a note attached that he has too many knives and he threw it in for free. And this is in great condition too. Now, this type of blade shape here, kind of a hawkbill shape. And this isn't the most practical blade or whatnot. But I mean, if you know a lot about GECs are not cheap. And this is in great condition. And it might not be the most popular model, but this was free. He said he had too many in his collection. Now I feel sometimes I have too many in my collection as well. But he decided to put this in with the Fremont Jack, which he offered to me at a good price. And he threw in something nice. And of course, this isn't the most practical knife in the world with that hawkbill blade. But to be honest, this is something that now that it's in my collection, I don't want to let it go. And because it's really because it has that story attached to it. Because it was the generosity of a user on Blade Forums, and I'm not going to reveal any names. If he wants to make himself known, that's his choice. But that's just a story I have from being in the knife community here and dealing with different people and buying used knives. It's just, you get these people who, they have great hearts and they do some things that you don't expect. And that was something I didn't suspect. I was very confused opening up a tube looking for a Northwoods knives and seeing a GEC tube in the package. And then when it was finally revealed what it was just one of those moments where it's like, wow, this is really cool. And this is one of those things where, it's really neat to be in a community with people who, one, share your passions for knives and just the craziness that comes where you just keep collecting and collecting and collecting and it doesn't seem to ever stop. But it's nice to be with these honest people who, they throw in a little extra sometimes. They don't need to, but they do. And it just makes you happy. So, that's just all I really wanted to say about this. If that guy sees that video and wants to comment, I'm not sure if he's a big YouTuber or not, if he looks on YouTube videos, but if he does see this and he wants to comment and reveal who he is, he can. I'm not going to force him to do that though. But, overall, great experiences. And another good experience I had recently was buying a knife off of Blade Forums, and the guy originally gave me a price quote, and right before he was shipping, and I had already sent funds to him, he realized that there was this little scratch on the blade that wasn't that noticeable unless you kind of had it in the right light. And he actually was willing to completely refund the transaction or, put it down at a lower price because he didn't notice that. And, it was great of him to do that. But I felt that he already had given me a decent quote on that and told him just ship it the way it is and you don't need to refund me any money. Because, I appreciate that honesty, and I really, you knife collectors out there who have that same kind of mentality and honesty and integrity, good job, guys, because, this is what makes the community great, is that, we all share this craziness of collecting knives that, you never seem to get to a stopping point. But not only do we share that craziness, we also, I think, share a lot of same character attributes like honesty and integrity, and I love that about the knife community. So I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling on here about this. I really wanted to make this video after this transaction occurred, because I just I'm just really happy that this is one of my big hobbies, and this is part of the reason why. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want more videos. I don't know how many kind of story videos I'll do like this, but this was a neat one. So thanks for watching, guys.